Yeah, so I will remove the foils. I put them there 3 weeks ago, but the grass, the lawn is not dying at all. I guess it needs more time. So I remove the foils now and later go with a strimmer to cut the lawn, and after that going with the tractor. You will see that. This has been gone. So actually I tried this year 3 different ways to prepare the garden. So here with the foils, it needs more time, of course. Yeah, here I cut it already, the lawn. So and it is dried as much as I could. So I go here later with the tractor as well. So here is my little garden where I mostly have the strawberries. I did that all by hand and put some fertilizer on it, organically of course. And on this way, it was one of the weakest part. I burned all the broom which I cut out, but I need a lot of broom, so I will cut this part. I wanted to burn this as well, but this looks very healthy, so I stopped there. And I will cut that as well with a strimmer, and let's see which part is developing quite well. So some words to this tree here of oranges, which carrying this year a lot of. So I'm 5 years here, so with a break of 1 year. So actually I treated it very well, and now it has very many oranges. So at the first year we was here, there was 3, then there was 7, and then there are around 20. And now, it's like an orange tree look like. And another story to this tree, there's another one. It was very little one and always weak. And there's a special grass. The Portuguese calls it grama. I don't know what it is in English. I don't even know what it's in German. And it was very little, so maybe half a meter high. So it has survived, and now it's already carrying oranges as well. I'm very proud of that. So there's a large latency in all of this, but finally it worked out and got a good result. So this will survive now, and I have 2 orange trees. Has been done, cutted all the lawn for this year gardening. So below there, I leave it as it is. Maybe I have to cut for the summer a little bit, but this can be, don't know what the word in English is, but it maybe for next year. So I will try to develop first this area with better soil. Yeah, and one thing I did now, first time, I have this head for the strimmer, and it has chains on it. But I need obviously stronger chains. I guess this head from the DIY is a break, and but it works well. It's more work, so it's tougher to do as with this nylon thing, and yeah, it's more sustainable, you know. I don't like plastic at all, and you always have these little pieces you get afterwards. So with this chain, it works very well. Yeah, now coming to the fun part of it, tractoring. Yeah, but believe me, in the beginning as I had my tractor, it was really fun, and I was plowing the fields until 11 with lights on the tractor and things like that. But if the fun is gone, it's really work. So now I will open the soil here with a Estrificador, is it in Portuguese? I don't know. It's a cultivator in English, I guess. You will see later. To break the upper layer of it. You will see. Yeah, so this is the thing. What is it in English? Is it a cultivator? Please tell me. I'm so stupid. Stupidly crazy. So, I did the 2 rows already. I will do it in a cross. So first, I will go from left to right and then going down again to break really all the roots and all the things. I know some of you will say, no, it's a humus layer. Yeah, but you know, my experience is to do that. And the Portuguese do that as well, and they have hundreds of years experience with that. If you don't do that, the soil, the upper layer, is so occupied by roots that the water cannot go underneath. Yeah, okay, this has been done. So now I let it dry a little bit. That basically the last roots, the grass, the lawn, I know, thinking only on the one, can dry really and dying. You see you have these bunches left. You can turn over by hand or just leave it and hope that it will dry. Mostly it does not, because it's really tough, these things. And yeah, the rest will be done by hand. You see, that is my wettest edge here, because it's close to the well. Oh, here's still a potato. And this is really a little bit moldy here. So this is the best place for everything which needs a lot of water. You see, it's really, really moldy, which is good. I don't complain about it. Yeah, it has been done. The rest will be done by hand. Let's see how this year the grocery is growing. Yeah, so starting planting potatoes. So I've prepared so far the garden. I made the channels for the water go through. This on the side, one on this side, the other one there. So, and in between here I will plant the potatoes. So I have 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 channels to plant potatoes, and I put some as my soil. I could improve it over the last 5 years very much. It's very sandy. So, but I keep going to get better soil. So I put some organic stuff here. It was from sawing the trees, and I gathered it in the forest where I cutted the trees, and everything I could grab. So you see, there is even some bark of the cork oaks. So later I will plant the potatoes in here, and then cover it again with a bunch of leaves, and yeah, then cover it with the soil. Yeah. So going further, planting potatoes, I put already some manure on it. This year I have no manure. Normally I get it from the neighbor, but I haven't met him so far, and I don't know if he has, because sometimes he has goats and sheep, and yeah, sometimes he needs itself, and yeah, so I was thinking a lot about how to get the manure and where from. I have another neighbor, and he gets always a load for 20 euros. Yeah, but I can't afford really to spend 20 euros for it. I would, so it's worth that. It's really a huge load. But I don't have a car, so I would have to ask my neighbor as well if he can use his car to bring me that load. So I was thinking a lot, and then I remembered, of course I know, but I remembered we had pigs a few years ago, and I put all the shit of them on a pile, and I was checking there, and it looks really good manure. With the pigs, it's a funny story. Yeah, what means a funny story? I can tell you. I will tell you the story now. So we had 2 pigs. It was a mix of a wild boar and a normal pig. And we go later to the stable where they were living in, and I show you. And yeah, sometimes as they grown up, they jumped over the wall, and they escaped, and I let them run around, and because they always came back. The funny thing is, in the meantime I became a vegetarian, and I don't want to kill them anyway. And I was thinking a lot to keep them and to make a nice shelter for them and blah blah blah. But I could not afford that. It's a lot of work, a lot of money to build a huge, a strong fence for them that they cannot escape. It would be funny to have them, because I could touch them, and they were very used to me. And so I decided, okay, try to get rid of them, and I chased them into the wild, 1-2 kilometers away, that they go back to the wild, and maybe they found a crowd they could join. But next morning, they laid beside our house again. Said, "Oh my God, they don't go." I tried again and took some food even and chased them again into the wild, even further 3-4 kilometers away, and put food there in hope that they will stay there and find a crowd there. Next day, back. Okay. I could not get rid of them in this way, and it made me some headaches, and there was no other choice as to kill them. The other thing is that I'm not a Buddhist, but I'm going the Buddhist way. I would be a Buddhist, but I cannot fulfill one sila, which is actually the drugs. So I produce wine, I produce aquadent. So I still drink alcohol, not lots, but I do. So I don't want to become a real Buddhist, otherwise I would. So other 4 silas I fulfill or try to fulfill completely. Yeah, back to the story with the pigs. So I've decided, okay, you have to find someone who will kill them at least very quick with a gun or whatever, because mostly I was there one time and they just opened the throat and let the blood coming out. It was not nice, and at this time I even was still eating meat, and even the meat was not tasting because I had all those pictures in mind. So yeah, what to do with the pigs? Okay, find somebody who will kill them quickly and easily. I found somebody who have a gun, who is allowed to have a gun, and so we said, okay, wait half year, maybe a year more, that it did worse. And so if I would have killed them, I would sell the meat. Because it was good meat. It was 2 years really hard work getting all the fruits gathered. They just had 1 or 2 sacks of bought food. All the other food I was always gathering here. Apples I got from another neighbor, a load of peach, which were not anymore eatable. So it was lots of work these 2 years. Anyway. So I was working on the house. Back to the story with the pigs. I was one day working on the house and laying some tiles, and I just had them already mixed to put the tiles on the floor. And I heard some shootings. That's the first moment. Even it was no hunting season. At first I did not really recognize and was not thinking about maybe somebody shoots around here for fun or whatever. And so I thought, a few minutes later I said, maybe the pigs are out and maybe they're shooting them. And I had to finish these tiles that it becomes not hard. And then as I have finished that, I was gone to the stable there, and the pigs are not in, so they jumped again over the wall. And so I took my dog, which I had at this time, and because the shootings are somewhere from there. And I ran down, but I couldn't find the pigs. So I guess somebody knew that sometimes my pigs are out there, and they have seen them. Yeah, and they have killed them. So the pigs are gone. So on one hand side, I was a little bit sad, because my pigs are gone. But on the other hand, I was lucky because I wasn't the one who had to kill them. My Buddhism way, I try to shelter every life, whatever it is. So that's the story about the pigs. 2 years work basically for nothing. But anyway, for me, I'm fine with it. I don't want to eat the meat anyway. And and I hadn't to kill them. Okay, now I will show you where the pigs are, where the stable is. It's not really finished. At this time, I removed the temporary roof again. And there I will get the manure because yeah, it's good after now 2 years waiting for it. And yeah, come with me. Yeah, you see the stable over there, and yeah, I will go now backwards because it's down there, the manure. I will go now backwards with the tractor, and then I show you how I harvest it. Yeah, here's the stable, so the roof is still missing. I wanted to build it a little bit like a castle, like a pig's castle. So now I will go for goats, even to help me to clean the land. And yeah, we can have a look inside. Everything is a bit overgrown here. And yeah, here's another story to that. It was a stone, and I even built for the foot. I made it naturally, which was a lot of work because it's granite. It's really hard stuff. So yeah, later I will put the roof on it and close the walls, and then I will keep the goats inside. But that's a long-term thing as well. But I will do that. So now going to the manure. So there is a pile down there, and there are a few stones in it. So I'm using this fence, put the manure on it to get out the most of the stones. The little ones will stay in there, but anyway, I picked them out as they're on my field again. And yeah, I will show you how to do it. Yeah, as I said, I will take this fence here, put it in the box. It's a little bit broken here, and sometimes the stones go exactly here, so I have to fix a little bit. Yeah, put that inside. Yeah, taking the shovel. So you see it looks quite good. It's really soil, unbelievable, not true. So I mix it a little bit, taking out already the stones, the big ones I see here. And make another pile there of the stones. So smash it a bit. So and once the most are through and it is small, so I sieve it a bit. I would love to have these things inside as well, but too many stones, you see. A lot of stones here. So there we go. This is quite good earth, and yeah, brings it vegetables to grow. Hope so. So I did That here already. Going now with a bucket. So I will start here. I found over there the big stone. So I will open this a little bit. And get the potatoes in. Later you will see I fill a little bit of the soil to cover the potato. So this potatoes needs more or less 30 centimeters. So I take this thing and give a little bit more, so the next one will be here. So now I just go over. So putting again with this manure over them. So another thing, I will try this here the first time. In order to gather the moisture in the morning, I put some lines of broom over it. So I got some already here. It's a little bit dry already. And pull them over here. So the best is without so much branch on it. So my hope is that these little lines of the broom, the moisture can gather and drips into it. So this line is ready now. I will water it a bit. Yeah, then going ahead and with the other 4 lines which are left. I have so many potatoes, maybe I will extend a little bit, making 1 more line or so more. So I will see. Else I've pruned this fruit tree. It's a wild apple, and it's very old. So I pruned it a bit more, a bit more deeper. Cut off lots of big branches. So hopefully we'll deliver better fruits now. He always was good in delivering fruits, but the apple, if you have weak branches, which actually was very dry. You can see it maybe here. And here as well. No, this was a more fresh one, you see. So it's, where is it? Here we go, here. See it in the color. But I pruned this side because it always was growing to the roadside. But this branch was totally dry. So maybe I could cut it here. Here are the fresh branches. So this was half dry. See, inside it's okay. but outside was already very dry, and this one as well. So, and here's another one. This is a pear, and I tried 4 years with lots of manure and all the stuff, so I pruned it really toughly, and you see there are many dry branches here and here and here, so maybe next year I will cut it even more. So, but I will see now how we will develop and how the fruits. You could even not eat the the pears. So dry. Yeah, I had to prune back this plum. It was not watered in the summer. It was really high, you see. It's already very big. But the house that I had here, and it's not the one with the J, she did a really good job. Who may know who was here. But she was not, the other one was not watering the trees. Same here with the peach. I had to cut it really tough back. I'm still happy that they are alive, and you see, they start to flower already. And I love peach a lot. So this one will recover as well. Unfortunately, I don't get peach. Down there is a cherry tree. This is a very wet area anyway, because the road is in between, and always the water is gathering here a lot. So if it rains a lot, it gets even moldy here and you cannot walk. And this one was not dry at all. So hopefully I can see some cherries this year, as long as the birds don't eat them. Yeah, that's a garden site here.